Ladies and gentlemen, hi. My name is Matthew Hardman and I help run HItachi Vantara's data intelligence business here in Asia Pacific. I'd like to wish you a happy holiday season and hope you get some great rest and downtime as we move from 2018 to 2019. And as you celebrate some of the successes you may have had, I'd like to propose a question to you as you move into 2019, and that's really about how do you see yourself handling the massive explosion of data that organizations are facing. It's no surprise that data is one of the most critical things that an organization wants to manage. It provides massive amounts of value, it provides competitive insights, but it also is one of the challenging things to manage and store inside your organization. And through storage itself, it can be just as challenging to find the information again. IDC terms this the global data explosion. And what they've actually found is pretty stunning. By 2020, they actually foresee that the data sphere will be around about 44 zettabytes in size. That's a huge amount of data. And the number of devices that's contributing to that, around about 30 billion. Now, as we move into 2025, that data sphere will grow to 163 zettabytes of data. And the device count to 82 billion. So that's a huge challenge for organizations to think about. And while you might think, hey, a lot of these devices are coming from consumers, there's also a lot of data and devices that are coming through from the enterprise, especially as we start talking about IoT. More and more systems and more pieces of the puzzle are generating more and more data. I mean, if you think about IoT, it's going to be massive. They're going to be generating data every single second or sub-second. How do we go ahead and actually manage that? Now, it's important to think about data in its format. It's not one format. You can't think about data as one thing. Data has two core structures. There is structured data and there is unstructured data. Structured data is fairly easy to understand. Structured data is made up of tables, and those tables are made up of rows and columns. And it's very, very easy to see the data, to understand its structure, and to be able to get some sort of value from it. Now, if I wanted to be able to select a single row out of this data structure, it would be very easy for me to do so. All I need to go ahead and do is write a select statement that I can use to find the data. So I can say here, select star from table where country equals Australia, and that will give me the yellow highlighted row with the information I want. Fairly straightforward. And this has been the core data store for a number of the applications that you run inside your enterprises today. You'll see them in Oracle and SQL Server and DB2, all those different types of databases. But data's changing and we're capturing different types of data. So that's structured data. So what is unstructured data? Well, unstructured data makes up around about 80% of all the data we capture today. As an example, this is unstructured data. So what I have here are two images. And this is unstructured data. It's still data. It's an image, but it has no structure. Now, if I showed you this data and I said to you, pick which one of these is Bangkok, Thailand, you would be very, very hard pressed to identify which of these satellite images is Bangkok, Thailand. Even if we had an application that was running on this data, the computer would struggle to find out which image is the right one as well. So unless you had an innate knowledge of the satellite imagery of every single country in the world and every single city, you would not be able to tell the difference between what Thailand and Malaysia actually looks like. Now, when we think about unstructured data, you need to think a little bit differently about the technology used to store it. And one of the key technologies to store unstructured data is object storage. Object storage has the benefit of storing not just the data, but metadata. Metadata is data that describes data. Let me show you what that means. Here are those two same images again. But what you see differently this time is that they have metadata attached to them. And this metadata can show you the country, the city, and also the GPS coordinates of where that image was actually taken. So now, if I wanted to ask the question, which one of these is Bangkok, Thailand, I can easily see the metadata and recognize that this is the image. And so when we build those next generation applications that's trying to understand and manage all of this unstructured data, metadata will be the key to unlocking that data for you. That's why object storage is so important as you start managing all of this unstructured data. And unstructured data is not just about images. It could be Word documents, Excel documents, PowerPoint documents, logs, videos, whatever you think of. Anything that you don't store inside a table is going to be unstructured data. Now, when we conducted a survey with IDC recently to talk to over 500 enterprises in Asia Pacific about object storage, we found that 40% of customers actually don't understand what object storage actually is. We want to help change that. And so one of the things we've done is we've worked with IDC to create a white paper that helps organizations understand the business benefits of implementing object storage in their organization. It helps them understand how they can take control of unstructured data and provide things such as governance, security, and resiliency to make sure that data is available to the organization. Unstructured data can yield huge amounts of value inside the organization. This white paper is free and you can download it from the link below. So ladies and gentlemen, in closing, again, I'd like to wish you a happy holiday season. Be safe, have fun, and we look forward to working with you in 2019 to help addressing some of your unstructured data challenges and helping you realize success. Thank you.